In the realm of human interactions, dark psychology represents the subtle art of persuasion and influence, often employed to achieve specific outcomes in relationships. Utilizing these techniques to make a woman fall in love with you can be controversial, but understanding these methods can provide insights into the psychological triggers that affect emotions and decisions. By leveraging principles such as mirroring, emotional anchoring, and strategic vulnerability, one can create a deep emotional connection that fosters love and attachment. It's crucial to approach this knowledge with ethical considerations, ensuring that the intention is to build genuine, respectful, and healthy relationships rather than manipulating or deceiving. Understanding the power of these techniques can help navigate the complexities of human emotions and build lasting, meaningful connections. Number 1. Mirroring. Another person's actions, words, or body language are subtly copied by someone else. This is called mirroring. People can use this technique to get to know each other better, feel more connected, and understand each other better. We will talk about the idea of reflecting, how it works, and how to use it in social situations in a good way this lesson. How to understand mirroring. Mirroring means copying someone else's actions, movements, voice tone, or even language. This can include things like face expressions, body language, and the way you talk. The point of mirroring is to connect with someone on a deeper level and get to know them better so they feel understood and at ease. What mirrors really mean. Psychological basis. Mirroring turns on mirror neurons in the brain, which are in charge of figuring out what other people are feeling and doing. This action in the brain can make us feel connected and empathetic. Implications for society. When someone feels like they are being reflected, they usually think that person is friendlier and more trustworthy. It's because we naturally want to be around people who are like us. How to do effective mirroring. Body language. Move, stand, and act in the same way as the other person. You lean forward if they do. You cross your arms if they do. Emotions on the face. Subtly copy the emotions on their face. When they smile, smile back, and when they look worried, show that you care. Patterns of voice. Change your voice, speed, and tone of voice to match theirs. Be quiet and slow when they talk, just like they do. Words and phrases. Use words and sentences that the person you are mirroring does. This can mean using the same words, jargon, or even the same voice and intonation as them. Uses of mirroring in real life. Building rapport. Use mirroring to connect with someone in a business or social setting. This can be very helpful in meetings, jobs, or when you're getting to know someone. Resolution of conflicts. Mirroring can help calm down arguments by making the other person feel understood and valued. Improving persuasion. Mirroring can help the other person be more open to your ideas and suggestions during sales or persuasion talks. Ethics. Things to think about. Genuine intentions. When you use mirroring, make sure it's real and that your goal is to build relationships, not trick people. Subtlety. While you're reflecting, be subtle. If you do too much, it can make you look fake or cunning. Always be aware of the other person's personal space and comfort levels when you're with them. If they seem nervous, change how you act around them. Mirroring is a strong way to connect with others and help them understand you better in social situations. You can build rapport and improve communication by quietly copying other people's actions, speech, and body language. But it is very important to use this method in an honest way, making sure that your interactions are based on mutual respect and being real. If you practice mirroring with these things in mind, your connections will be deeper and better. Number 2. Emotional contagion. When one person's feelings and actions directly cause other people to feel and act in similar ways, this is called emotional contagion. This is a very important part of social exchanges and relationships, and it can happen consciously or unconsciously. Understanding and using emotional contagion can help people connect with each other in a good way and make relationships better. What it means and how it works. When feelings are passed from one person to another, this is called emotional contagion. It happens through body language, face expressions, and the tones of your voice. When someone shows a certain feeling, people around them often feel the same way. For instance, when someone is happy and laughing, those around them are likely to be happy and smile too. How to spot emotional contagions. Being aware of how feelings spread can help you tell when someone is emotionally contagious. Learn to spot the signs of emotional spread in other people and yourself. How to use. Watch how your mood changes when other people's moods change. Pay attention to how your feelings affect the people around you. Being aware of this can help you handle your feelings better. Positive spread of feelings. Feelings of happiness, excitement, and kindness can quickly spread and make everyone in a group feel better. Application. When you're with other people, consciously show that you're feeling good. Talk in a positive tone, smile, and move your body in a good way. All of those involved may enjoy and be more effective in this setting. Negative emotional spread. Positive feelings like happiness and joy can spread, and so can negative emotions like sadness, anger, and stress. Emotional contagion that is bad can make the environment toxic and relationships tense. Application. Be careful about showing bad feelings around other people. If you see bad feelings growing, do something to deal with them and make them less strong. To fight negativity, use stress-relieving techniques and support positive interactions. How emotional contagion can help you lead. Leaders can use the power of emotional contagion to get their teams excited and motivated. By showing confidence, optimism, and excitement, leaders can change the way their people feel and act in a good way. As a leader, you should actively feel and show positive emotions. Show appreciation, encourage open conversation, and understand what they're going through. This can help build a mindset of support and motivation on the team. When people connect with each other, emotional contagion is a strong force that changes the emotional landscape of social settings. We can make our relationships better and more helpful if we know how feelings spread and are aware of the ones we show. Using emotional contagion can improve relationships at work and at home, resulting in more harmony and productivity. To make the world a healthier and smarter place to be emotionally, always try to show positive feelings and control negative ones. Negging. Negging is a debatable method that is often used by pick-up artists. It means flattering someone in a sneaky way or mildly insulting them to bring down their self-esteem and make them look for approval and support. Some people say it can help you get romantically interested, but a lot of people say it's damaging and manipulative. Knowing what negging means and how it works can help you spot and avoid using it in your relationships. What negging is and why it's done. Negging is an emotional trick in which someone says nice things about someone behind their back or uses subtle insults to make them doubt themselves. The goal is to make the person feel bad about themselves or insecure so that they will look for acceptance and validation from the person who nipped them. This will make the person who nipped them look more valuable and attractive. Some examples of negging. Someone says, "You're pretty smart for a woman." Insults that are meant to be funny, like, "I didn't expect you to be so good at that." Compared to, "You look great, almost as good as my ex." Tricky questions. Is that what you're wearing tonight? Effects of negging on the mind. Lowered self-esteem. Negging can make someone less sure of themselves, which makes them easier to manipulate further. Seeking validation. The person who was negged may want to boost their self-esteem by getting support and positive feedback from the person who negged them. Emotional dependence. Negging someone over and over again can turn into a cycle where the person needs the negging person for approval and self-worth. Ethical things to think about and the results. Negging is naturally manipulative and can hurt people emotionally, which can lead to unhealthy relationships based on dependence and insecurity. Problems with trust. Negging can make people less likely to trust you because the person you're trying to trick may finally figure out what you're doing and feel betrayed. Long-term effects. Negging all the time can cause long-term problems with self-esteem and mental distress. Other ways to make connections besides negging. Sincere praises. Giving someone sincere and positive praises is a great way to boost their confidence and build a good relationship. Active listening means genuinely interested in what the other person is saying. This shows respect and approval. Respect and empathy. Show respect and empathy for others, and try to build a relationship built on understanding and support for each other. Negging someone is a form of manipulation that can hurt both the person and their relationship. It might get you attention in the short term, but hurting someone's self-esteem and confidence is much worse in the long term. A healthier and more long-lasting way to build relationships is through real, respectful connections based on empathy and shared understanding. Seeing negging for what it is and staying away from it can help people have better relationships and feel better emotionally. Number 4. Gaslighting. Gaslighting is a type of psychological abuse in which someone or a group makes someone doubt their own history, memories, or thoughts. This sneaky method often makes the target feel lost, worried, and like they can't trust themselves. The word gaslighting comes from the 1938 play Gaslight, in which a husband tricks his wife into thinking she is crazy. It is now used to describe similar manipulative behavior in relationships, the workplace, and even politics. Knowing how gaslighting works and what effects it has is important for spotting it and stopping it, as well as for keeping healthy, honest relationships. Recognize the signs, always doubting yourself. Victims often question their own memories and thoughts. Apologies a lot. They may say sorry all the time because they think they are always wrong. If someone is feeling confused, it means they don't know what happened or how they feel. Isolation. To get more power, the gaslighter may cut off the target from family and friends. Lying and denying. The gaslighter rejects facts, lies about what happened, and changes what they said before. Get to know the strategies. In response, the gaslighter questions the victim's memory of what happened, even if the victim is sure they remember correctly. Making the victim's thoughts or feelings seem silly or unimportant is called trivializing them. Withholding means acting like you don't understand or not wanting to listen. Changing the subject or asking the target what they are thinking is called diverting. Stereotyping is when you use bad stereotypes to control or trick someone. Know what will happen. Emotional distress. Victims often have fear, sadness, and low self-esteem. Cognitive impairment, having trouble focusing or choosing what to do. Loss of trust, not being able to trust other people or themselves. Dependency, the person became more reliant on the gaslighter for approval. Isolation, pulling away from other people because of doubt and misunderstanding about oneself. Create ways to deal with stress. Get help. talk to family, friends, or a doctor you trust who can give you a different point of view. Interactions with documents. Write down talks and events that happen to help you believe what you're saying. Put limits on it. Make it clear what actions are not allowed, and then follow those rules. Learn something. Find out more about gaslighting so you can spot and understand the trick. Trust yourself. Trust your gut and your thoughts to boost your confidence. Do something, deal with the behavior. It's safe to talk about the gaslighter's actions in a clear and assertive way. Get professional help. Therapists and counselors can help you deal with gaslighting by giving you support and advice. Take a step back. If the gaslighter is really bad, you might need to get away from them for your own health. Legal action. Sometimes going to court is the right thing to do, especially if the gaslighting involves abuse or threats. Rebuild your self-esteem. Do things that make you feel good about yourself and boost your confidence. When someone is gaslighted, they are being manipulated in a way that is harmful to their mental health and well-being. Recognizing the signs and knowing the tricks that gaslighters use are important ways to keep yourself safe. People can take back control of their lives and keep better, more honest relationships by learning how to cope, getting help, and acting in the right way. By learning about gaslighting, you and others can stop this sneaky way of tricking people and help build a culture of trust and honesty. Number 5. Love bombing. Love bombing is a way to control someone by giving them too much love, attention, and gifts. This over-the-top show of love can make the target feel safe and dependent, which makes it easier for the manipulator to control them. To keep yourself safe from emotional and mental harm, it's important to know the signs of love bombing. Too many compliments and flattery. Love bombers often make the person thereafter feel special and important by giving them too much praise and respect. This can include giving the target lots of compliments, big statements of love, and a lot of attention to all of their good qualities. You're the most wonderful person I've ever met. I'm so grateful to have found you. Romance that is intense and quick. The love bomber pushes for quick promises like moving in together, getting engaged, or making long-term plans soon after meeting, so the relationship moves along very quickly. For instance, making plans for the future within a few weeks of meeting or talking a lot about marriage and kids early on in the relationship. Too much communication and attention. Love bombs send their target a lot of texts, calls, and social media messages all the time. For the target, this can make them feel stressed and cut them off from other people. Texting or calling several times a day, wanting updates all the time, and getting angry if the target doesn't answer right away. Lots of gifts and gestures. The trickster plans fancy dates or gives expensive gifts to make the other person feel guilty and obligated. These actions can make the target feel owed something, which makes them more likely to put up with the manipulator's behavior, such as expensive jewelry, surprise trips, or big love acts that don't seem right for the stage of the relationship. Being away from family and friends. As the connection gets stronger, the person who is love bombing may try to cut their target off from family and friends, saying that they are the only ones who really understand and love them. This separation makes the target more reliant on the deceiver. For instance, telling the target bad things about their friends and family, discouraging them from spending time with loved ones, or making them feel bad for wanting to hang out with friends. To protect yourself from emotional trickery, you need to know the signs of love bombing. People can take steps to protect their mental health and keep their relationships healthy and balanced by recognizing these behaviors. It's important to get help and set limits if you or someone you know is being love bombed to stop the abuse from getting worse. Number 6. Subliminal messaging. It's interesting and sometimes controversial to talk about subliminal messages. It includes sending messages below the level of conscious awareness in order to change someone's thoughts, feelings, or actions without them being aware of it. Subliminal messages have been used in many places, from ads to self-help audio tracks, which has led to discussions about how successful they are and what the moral implications are. This lesson will go into more detail about the idea of subliminal messaging, including how it works, what it can be used for, and the problems that have been caused by it. How to read subliminal messages. Subliminal messaging is when stimuli are shown below the conscious perception threshold. This means that the brain records them, but the person is not aware of them. Mechanism. These messages can be sent in a number of ways, including visually, by flashing pictures quickly, audibly with low volume, or even in writing by hiding text in graphics. History. The idea became popular in the middle of the 20th century, and many important studies and tests were done to look into how it might affect behavior and decision-making. Types of messages that are hidden. Visual subliminals are words or pictures that are shown for so short a time that they are not noticed mentally, like a quick flash of a word on the screen. Auditory subliminals are sounds or spoken words that are mixed into audio records at a low volume or by masking them backwards, which makes it hard to notice. Written subliminals are words or messages that are hidden in text or pictures. They are often used to change people's minds subliminally in ads or digital media. How subliminal messages can be used. Advertisements. To change how people act, marketers use subliminal messages to make people subconsciously think of products. Audio tracks with subliminal affirmations are used in self-help to encourage positive thought, boost confidence, and change bad habits. Entertainment. Subtle clues in movies and songs that make people feel more strongly or send hidden messages. How well it works and the controversy, how effective it is. Scientists are still not sure how effective subliminal message is. Some studies show that there are small effects, but others say that the effects are small or based on the situation. Concerns about ethics. The use of subliminal messaging brings up concerns about ethics, especially when it comes to ads and media. Legal status. Different countries have rules about subliminal advertising, and some even ban it completely because it might be unethical. Studies and examples from real-life notable experiments. James Vickery's experiment in 1957 stated that subliminal messages led to more sales of popcorn and soda in a movie theater, but this was later proven to be false. People today say that political campaigns and brands use hidden messages to change people's minds or the choices they make. Findings. New studies keep looking into the subtle effects of subliminal triggers on behavior, but the results aren't always clear on how useful they are in the real world. People are still interested in and arguing about subliminal messages. Its effect on behavior is still being studied and debated, but knowing how it works and what it can be used for gives us a better idea of how our thoughts and choices might be slightly changed. As media and technology change, the moral issues raised by subliminal messaging will continue to be very important in deciding how it is used in different areas. Number 7. Isolation. Being physically, mentally, or socially cut off from other people is called isolation. Some time alone can help you think about yourself and grow as a person, but being alone for too long or for no reason can make you feel lonely, depressed, and cut off from society. Knowing the different aspects of isolation, what causes it, and how it affects people can help us deal with and lessen its bad effects. Reasons for being alone. personal choice. Some people choose to be alone to work on personal projects, think about themselves, or pursue spiritual goals. External circumstances. Being physically alone can be caused by things like illness, disability, or living in a remote place. Social factors. People may pull away from other people because they are bullied, discriminated against, or have social anxiety. Effects of technology. More use of technology and social media can sometimes replace face-to-face conversations, making people feel alone. Effects on the mind. Loneliness. Being alone for a long time can make you feel very lonely and hurt your emotions. Depression and anxiety. People may feel more depressed and anxious if they don't have any social help. Cognitive decline. Not spending enough time with other people can make it harder to remember things, especially for older adults. Low self-esteem. Feeling alone can make you doubt your own worth and confidence, which can have an effect on your mental health as a whole. Effects on physical health. Weakened immune system. Being alone for a long time can weaken the immune system, making people more likely to get sick. Chance of chronic diseases. Being alone has been linked to a higher chance of heart disease, high blood pressure, and other long-term illnesses. Sleep disturbances. Loneliness and isolation can make it hard to sleep, even if you don't have sleeplessness. Bad lifestyle choices. People who are alone may pick up bad habits like not exercising, eating poorly, or abusing drugs. Ways of dealing. Looking for social support. Keeping in touch with friends, family, and support groups can help you feel less alone. Getting involved in community activities, going to local events, joining a club, or doing volunteer work can help you meet new people and feel like you belong. Therapy and counseling. Getting professional help can help you deal with feelings of loneliness and learn new ways to deal with problems. Mindfulness and meditation. Mindfulness and meditation are two practices that can help people deal with stress and feel better emotionally. Stopping isolation. Promoting inclusive environments. Making social and work spaces that are open to everyone can help keep people from being alone. Promoting conversation. Encouraging open and regular conversation can make relationships stronger and lessen feelings of being alone. Promoting physical activity. Regular exercise, especially things done with a group, can improve health and social relationships. Using technology in a good way, staying in touch with loved ones and joining online groups can help lessen the bad effects of being away from them physically. Isolation is a complicated problem with many sides that can affect different people in different ways, depending on their personality and situation. Some alone time is good for personal growth, but being alone for a long time can have bad effects on your mind and body. Individuals can keep their health and stay connected with the world around them by learning about the causes and effects of isolation and using effective ways to cope and avoid it. Number 8. Playing hard to get. When you're dating, one common trick is to play hard to get. This means not being too open or eager to meet someone, which makes you seem more desirable. This can make the other person more interested and attracted, which can make them want to follow you more. But it's important to find a middle ground between being impossible to reach and showing real care. Playing hard to get can make you more attractive to a potential partner and help you build a stronger bond. Keep your schedule busy. Do the things that you enjoy, have responsibilities, and are interested in. This shows that you are not only thinking about the other person and that you have a full life outside of a possible relationship. If you're asked to go on a date with little notice, kindly say no and suggest a different time that works for you. Stop talking to people. Try not to be too open for communication. Don't feel like you have to answer every text or call right away. Instead, respond to messages when you can, but not right away. Try not to be too open for communication. Don't feel like you have to answer every text or call right away. Instead, respond to messages when you can, but not right away. If someone sends you a message, don't answer it for a few hours, especially if you're busy with other things. Assume they know what you mean, but show interest. Show that you care and are interested in them, but don't give away too much too soon. Keep the surprise alive by slowly giving out personal information and stories. For example, talk about some interesting hobbies or experiences you've had, but leave out some details to keep the other person interested and wanting to know more. Be sure of yourself and bold. Being confident is appealing. Be firm in what you say and do, and stand by the choices you make. This shows that you care about yourself and won't give in quickly. To give an example, if you don't agree with something, say so without getting angry. Balance availability and lack of it. Be open enough to show that you're interested, but not so much that you look like you need help. A short journey can build excitement and anticipation. For example, after a great date, give each other some time to think about it and look forward to the next meeting before making plans for the next one. In the beginning steps of dating, being hard to get can be a good way to create a sense of attraction and excitement. You can make yourself more interesting and desirable by keeping a busy schedule, limiting contact, showing interest while keeping some things a secret, being sure of yourself, and balancing being available and not being available. Remember that the most important thing is to be honest and polite, making sure that both people are interested and the conversation stays positive. Number 9. Emotional triggers. Things or events that make us feel strong emotions are called emotional triggers. Feelings like these can range from extreme happiness or excitement to deep sadness or anger. To stay emotionally stable and strong in many areas of life, we need to know and control the things that make us feel bad. Identification. Figure out what sets you off. Certain things, people, memories, or even things in the environment can constantly make you feel a certain way. Being aware. Pay attention to how your mind and body respond when they are set off. Pay attention to how your body feels, like a racing heartbeat or tension, and how your emotions react, like fear, worry, or happiness. Root causes. Look into why your triggers happen in the first place. Often, they come from things that happened in the past, problems that haven't been solved, or strong views you have about yourself and the world. Response mechanisms. Learn how to deal with triggers in a healthy way. This could include deep breathing, practicing mindfulness, or changing the way you think about things to control your instant emotional responses. Long-term management. Gradually lessen the effects of triggers over time by going to therapy, thinking about yourself, and growing as a person. Getting stronger and smarter about your emotions can help make future triggers less intense. Figuring out and dealing with our emotional triggers helps us deal with life's problems better, which leads to better relationships and overall health. Number 10. The scarcity principle. The scarcity principle is a theory in psychology that says people are more interested in things that they think are rare or hard to get. People make choices, act and think differently because of this concept. It affects everything from buying things to getting along with others. Increased perceived value. People tend to value something more when it is scarce or limited. This can make someone want something more badly, like a product, a chance, or even someone's attention. Scarcity makes people feel like they need to act quickly. People are eager to get something quickly because they think it might not be available for long. This sense of pressure can make people do and decide things that they might not normally do. Psychology. When something is scarce, people feel like they can't have or choose it as freely, which is called a psychological reactance. This response can make them want to get the scarce thing or chance even more, just because it's not as common. Marketing and sales. To get more sales, marketers often use the idea of shortage. Using the scarcity principle in shopper psychology is often done through limited time offers, special editions, or low stock alerts. Social dynamics. In social situations, scarcity can change how beautiful and desirable something is seen to be. Some people may find others more appealing if they think it will be harder to get or reach them. A better understanding of the scarcity principle can help both people and businesses make better decisions. Realizing the power of scarcity can help you understand how people act and what drives them, whether you're trying to make relationships more desirable or improve your business strategies. In the world of love and relationships, understanding the subtleties of dark psychology can be both fascinating and concerning. While these techniques can undoubtedly influence the dynamics between individuals, it is crucial to remember that genuine love and connection should always be the ultimate goal. Use these tricks responsibly and ethically, respecting the emotions and well-being of both yourself and your partner. Love should be built on trust, understanding, and mutual respect, and any manipulation should be done with caution and care. Dark psychology tricks for love are a captivating aspect of human behavior and can have a profound impact on romantic relationships. Whether you're intrigued by the psychology behind love or seeking ways to enhance your connection with your partner, these techniques offer valuable insights into the complexities of human emotion and interaction. By understanding the power of dark psychology, you can navigate the intricate terrain of love with knowledge and wisdom, ultimately fostering deeper and more meaningful connections with your loved ones.